Your location can make or break your destiny. God has stationed you at a place, and where He has stationed you is where He is positioning you to receive the blessings that He has for you. But when you decide to move without His leading, a lot of the times it will affect destiny and the plans that He has for you. So just a little analogy that I have is that when we move, in like literally physical moving, we move and then we have to change our address on every single thing. Let's say our identification of all sorts or important documents, we change our new address. We put our new address on every documentation that we have. Let's say your driver's license, your healthcare stuff, literally your bank details, everything. So same way, when we change our location here in the physical, it affects literally everything of ours that's important. It is also the same with God in the spiritual. When we move, it also changes a lot of the things that God has planned for us, because the location that we're at is linked to our destiny. In Genesis 13 verse 10, and it's about Abraham and Lot separating. Lot looked around and saw that the whole plain of Jordan towards Zoar was well watered, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt. Lot, using his human eyes, he looked and saw that the land he wanted to move to was a very beautiful land, well watered, and he said, I am going to move there. Without the leading of God, he took up all his belongings, packed up, and went to that land. But as we know, is that when he moved out there, a lot of things happened and his life was ruined. So him choosing a location that was not led by God became his downfall. He lost everything, and because of that, he had to begin and have a new fresh start again. Again with Lot, he looked at that land and saw that it was well watered and beautiful, and that's how he chose where he was gonna go. Sometimes as humans, we also choose looking at what's nice out there. When I move out there, I will have a better job, more opportunities, more things for me to do, and my kids and my family. So I will move there without the leading of God. But when you do that without the leading of God, it can affect the destiny and the planning that God has for you already. Another thing is that sometimes God might tell you to move, but because of fear and doubt, it stops you from actually moving to where God has stationed you to be at, and where He's positioning you to receive the blessings that He has for you. And another story I want to share with you is in Numbers 13, and it's about the Israelites exploring Canaan. The Lord said to Moses, send some people to explore the land of Canaan, which I am giving the Israelites. From each ancestral tribe, send one of its leaders. So God had already given them the land. And then we keep going. So they've gone and done their exploration, and they come back, and this is the report that they give out. We went into the land to which you sent us, and it does flow with milk and honey. Here is its fruits. But the people who live there are powerful. The cities are fortified and very large. We even saw the descendants of Anak there. We can't attack those people. They are stronger than we are. So God had given them the land, and He had already told them already. He has said, I have given you the land. Go and explore it. But because of their doubt and fear, they looked at the impossibilities, the giants of what there in the land already, and that instilled fear and doubt in what God had already promised them. It is the same thing with us as well. Sometimes when God has told us, move to this land, move to this new location, He has already made provision for everything. But then because of fear and doubt, we end up, not going to where God has told us to go. We might look at, if I move out there, I don't have any family, I don't have any connections, I'm going to have to start all over again. So because of that, I am going to, doubt and fear. And because of that, that ruins a lot of planning and the things that God had stationed for us. It also brings delay to what God had planned for us if we had actually moved. So we need to be like Abraham. When God told him to move, he up and left without doubting, without fearing, without going according to his own knowledge and wisdom. He followed the instructions that God had given him. Here in Genesis 12 it goes, the Lord said to Abram, that was his name before he became Abraham, go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. So God did not give him like a complete plan of what was going to happen. Matter of fact, he told him to leave out every single thing that he had known his entire life. So his family, his country, his father's household, and he told him to move and start his life again. But God, when God tells you that, he has already made provisions of what's going to happen. And when he has done that, he has already planned what he has planned, and he has blessings in store for you if you're obedient and if you trust in him without doubting. The key message to what I'm trying to say is that you need to move when God leads and stay when God instructs, because you need to trust in his positioning, because wherever he has positioned you to be at is where his planning and his blessings are for you. Don't ever up and leave without his leading, and don't ever stay because of fear when he has told you to move, and you will be able to see the goodness of God and the much more that he has planned for you. Thanks for watching. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. Bye.